God. Really? M. Night Shyamalan? Really? M. Night Shyamalan? Really? M. Night Shyamalan? Really? M. Night Shyamalan? What the hell is this? Oh. You will need 100 cans of Coke to get through this movie. Hey guys, it's me again, and today I'm going to be doing an extreme rant on Knock at the Cabin. Came in the year of 2023, the same year as Barbie, Oppenheimer, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, Strays, Wonka, etc. So, Knock at the Cabin, written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and starring Dave Bautista and Rupert Grint. Oh, I don't know where to begin with this movie. I just watched it yesterday, and today I'm going to be doing an extreme rant on it. So the basic plot of Knock at the Cabin is as follows. Is there even any plot of Knock at the Cabin? It's just so bad. Anyway, the plot of Knock at the Cabin is as follows. Read it from my phone. Okay, the plot of Knock at the Cabin is as follows. Andrew, Eric, and their adopted daughter, Wen, travel to the countryside for a vacation, but their family's time together is interrupted by four armed strangers demanding an unthinkable sacrifice. And basically, along the way, they have, the four of them are there to try and stop the apocalypse that's going on in the world, and to stop it from hitting the cabin to keep humanity safe. And that's basically the plot of this film. Is there even any story of this movie? No. So, Knock at the Cabin. I first heard about this movie in 2023, around movie time. And it came out around February 2023, when I was in transition year. And I heard about it, and I hadn't heard much about it, but I watched a trailer of it, and I watched the two trailers, and they seemed pretty good, so I thought, you know, I might give this a chance, might give it a watch, might be entertaining. And I do love M. Night Shyamalan, he's a great director. I love The Sixth Sense, that's a great film by him. And I also love The Last Airbender. I know a lot of people don't like that movie, but I like it. But yeah, I decided to give it a go. I waited a few years. I got it on DVD actually this month to check on my DVD update for February 4th. Because I wanted to watch it. And yesterday, me and my mom decided to sit down and watch it because she wanted to see it as well. And we sat down and watched it. And when the film ended, when it was over, me and my mom and I was like, what the hell did I just watch? What the hell did I just watch? When it ended, I was like, is that it? What the hell did I just watch? Oh, where to start with this movie? Knock at the Cabin is... Oh, what the hell did I just watch? Knock at the Cabin is just a terrible movie. This movie is brutal. It is rubbish. It is just a big nothing, this movie is. This movie is terrible. It's so bad. It's just a big nothing. It's rubbish. It's brutal. It's a big nothing. It's so bad. I just don't like this movie. It's brutal. I just hate this movie. It's so bad. Where to begin? The story. Is there even any story, like I said? The storyline is it makes it sound interesting, but the entire film itself, nothing happens in this movie. This movie is not interesting at all. Nothing happens in it. There's nothing to this movie. Nothing happens in it. The plot seemed interesting, but it's not interesting at all. Nothing happens in it. The storyline is not interesting. It's so poor and it's so lazy. Nothing happens in this movie. Just nothing happens. The plot made it seem as interesting, but nothing happens. It's just a really poor story. The storyline is not interesting and it's very poor. Yep. There is no action. There's no action. I wish the apocalypse would have at least came to the cabin, and maybe a plane could crash in the cabin, or the apocalypse could hit the cabin. That would have made the movie more entertaining, would have made it more fun, but nothing happens. They're in the cabin. cabin for the whole film. They just sit in the cabin and they talk in the cabin more than anything. They just sit in the cabin like, we have to try and stop the apocalypse. Oh, they just sit in the cabin just talking. Oh, and they tie the dads and the daughter to the chair, and they're just stuck in the cabin. They just talking. Like, they just say, oh, you have to stop the apocalypse. And the dads are like, no, we don't trust you. Get out of our house. Oh, it's so corny. Oh, they just sit in the cabin talking. They don't do anything. You see the apocalypse, but it's not even, you don't even see it happening. You just see it on the TV. Oh. And they just talk to them about the apocalypse, and they say, will you save humanity or save your family? Make the choice. They have to make the choice. They take so long to make the choice. I was like in the film, will they ever just make the choice? Will they either save humanity or save their family? Will the dads and the daughter just make the bleeding choice already? Will they just either save humanity or save their family? Will they just make the choice already? They just won't make the choice. They take the whole film to make the choice. They just sit there talking to them. They talk to them, and then they just get angry like, oh, don't kill us, don't kill us. Oh, it's so boring. Nothing happens. They just sit in the cabin. I call this movie Talking in the Cabin more than anything, because they just sit around and talking. And then there's one part where the daughter has breakfast with this girl right here, and she's talking about scrambled eggs. What has that got to do with the story? That's just like a friendship movie, not a horror movie. If you think this is a horror movie, guys, it's not even that scary. It's not a horror movie. There's no horror. There's no. Well, it has its good dramatic moments, but they're not that. They're tense, but I would have loved more tense moments. This movie has a few tense moments, but it barely has any. It more has just dialogue more than anything. As barely any tense moments. The tense moments we get are good, but they're too, like, we don't get very many. Like, the whole film, nothing happens in it. There's one very good scene where the four people break into the house. That's about the best scene in the whole entire film. The rest of it is rubbish. And there's also one other good scene where this one right here breaks into one of the dad's cars and starts attacking him. That is actually a really, really tense moment. I liked it. And there's one scene where Rupert Grint dies. I thought it was going to start getting really good at that part, but it was rubbish. It was just a big nothing. And the apocalypse. Why do they talk about the apocalypse and it won't just happen in the cabin, and can't they just try and stop it? They say they do try and stop it, but I would have liked them to stop it more exciting. But just nothing happens. Like, it's so bad. Dave Bautista's character Leonard he was a terrible character. He was very forgettable, and he's just not interesting at all. He's just like, at the very end, it's like, go and save yourself. He's just Leonard is just so poor, and he's not an interesting character. He's just so forgettable. He's not interesting at all. I just didn't like Leonard. And Rupert Grint is hardly in the movie. What? And these characters were so forgettable, they were so poor, and they weren't interesting. And this one here is a nurse. Like, what's a nurse got to do with the storyline? Oh, but you don't need to say you're a nurse. Just say about the apocalypse. Oh, but she's a nurse. She's forgettable as well. All of these are forgettable, especially Leonard. Leonard is so poor, he's so forgettable, and he's not interesting at all. And the nurse and the stuff isn't interesting. Yep. And the worst bit in this movie is when there is one scene when the house is shaking and the dad goes into the bathroom and he thinks Leonard has escaped, and there's something in the shower, and I thought it was going to be like maybe an alien that has dropped into the cabin and is trying to attack them. But then when he opens the shower, you just see Dave Bautista again. I was like, come on, that is just so poor. It's just Dave Bautista. And when the little girl goes outside and I thought she was going to get captured by an alien, Dave Bautista just comes and saves her. It's good, but it's so poor. Dave Bautista is in the shower and Dave Bautista saves the girl. Everything is Dave Bautista. He may as well be the villain. And there's no twist in this movie. Usually M. Night Shyamalan has a twist in this film, but I thought the twist would have saved this movie at least, but there's no twist in it. It was so bad. And at the end, they just keep stopping and starting the song Boogie Shoes, the dad and the daughter. Like, what's that got to do with the story? That was just so corny. And then it just ends. I'm like, seriously, is that it? Nothing happened in it. And they just sit and listen to Boogie Shoes. Nothing happens. Like, it's so bad. Yeah. Oh, why are you calling it a white knuckle thrill ride? Nothing happens in it. Yeah. The characters are so forgettable. The Boogie Shoe song is good, but the music is forgettable as well. If you like this movie, I respect your opinion, but I don't like it. M. Night Shyamalan, this has got to be your worst movie. After you made The Sixth Sense, you gave us this movie. This movie is rubbish. The Sixth Sense is way better than this. Seriously, M. Night Shyamalan, this is a rubbish movie. I do not like it. Yeah, so disappointing. The Sixth Sense is a way better film than this. And even the Last Airbender is better than this movie. This movie sucks. Yeah. And I'm waiting for something to happen, but just it doesn't happen. And it's just, it drags and drags. It's so boring and so slow. It's a big nothing. Ugh, don't know. I'm never watching this movie again. Never, never, never. There's nothing you can do to make me watch this movie again, and there's nothing you can say to make me change my mind. I'm not watching this movie again. Yeah. I just can't. It's so bad. The acting's not great. Dave Bautista is not. He doesn't do a great job in this movie. Yeah. So boring. Yeah. I thought at least maybe this the twist might have been these were the aliens, but there was no twist in it. Yeah. They just sit around the cabin saying the apocalypse. There's no. You just see the apocalypse on telly. It doesn't even happen in the cabin. At the very end, you see the cabin blowing up and they just leave. Like, that is just one of the worst endings ever. Just, really? That's all? Nothing happens. This is easily one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life. So bad. Dave Bautista, like, Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, such a great character, but character in this, poor. Yeah. Rupert Grint, Ron Weasley in Harry Potter, one of the greatest characters in cinema history. This character, so forgettable and so poor, and only lasts a few seconds. Yeah. This movie came out the same day as Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which is a much better film than Knock at the Cabin, I can tell you. This got to be one of the worst M. Night Shyamalan movies ever. They don't make the choice at all. So that's all I have to say. So overall, Knock at the Cabin is absolutely brutal. Terrible story, awful characters, forgettable music, not great acting, um, no action, and just boring. A forgettable story, and everything's bad. This is honestly one of the worst movies I've ever watched, and one of M. Night Shyamalan's worst movies. Yeah, and I'm never ever watching this movie again. Yep, massive disappointment. I'm gonna give Knock at the Cabin a 5 out of 10. It gets away with tense moments being pretty good, but the rest of it is boring. I'm gonna give Knock at the Cabin a 5 out of 10. It's so bad. Yeah. But like I said, if you like this movie, that's totally fine. But I just really didn't enjoy this movie one bit. It's a film I want to forget about. Yeah. So that's it for my extreme rant on Knock at the Cabin. Oh boy, thank God that's over. I am not watching that again. So that's basically my extreme rant on Knock at the Cabin. Hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for my next video review, which will hopefully be Mufasa the Lion King. So stay tuned for that. But until then, guys, take care. Thank you for watching my video. Let me know what you think of my rant, and I'll see you in my next video, and goodbye. Take care, guys, and peace.